What's going on, guys? The Merciless Ghostie back again, coming back with something very special for y'all today. I know it's been a while since I've done anything Ghostface related on the channel, so I decided to take it back to the roots today, going back to ultimately what got me to start this channel, and that was DVD and playing as Ghostface. So I've had this idea for a while, really since before the rework came out, which was a couple updates ago now. But after the update came out, I really started kicking around ideas in my head, but haven't had the time or the energy, a lot of life things going on to put the content out for you guys, but I'm doing it now. So what am I doing? Well, I decided I'm gonna, since as of the most recent update, well, the most recent chapter release, I should say, we have three preset loadout builds, three preset loadouts that we can bring now. Pretty cool change. So what I'm gonna do is give each section of the player base, because to me there are three types of killers, people that play killer. There's the beginners, there's the memers, and then there's the sweaty killers. I debated on how I was gonna do this, if I was gonna throw it all into one giant video, but there's so much content between these videos that I ultimately decided to break it up into three parts and to do three different videos. Today, of course, the beginners will be getting it first. So I'm doing three builds. I played 3 games each with each build. So that's 9 games. That's a lot of DVD games. So I will be... Then you're not going to see full games of each of all 3 games that I played, or really 9. It's really 9 games you're going to see. So I kind of spliced each one into a montage of each build. So you'll get a montage of this build, this one, and this one. All 3 games that I played over the weekend, for each one you'll see a montage of. And I'll be doing that for all 3 videos. Before I get started into the builds themselves, I want to give a big shout out to my PS4, who held up like a champ over the weekend. 27 games of DVD is a lot for this old console to handle these days, but she held up well. She hates me, but she held up well, and I appreciate it. That being said, let's get into the builds. Starting with the first one, and with the beginner builds, I really wanted to focus on the hit and run play style, which is, keep people injured, keep people guessing. You stalking occasionally, because if you're new, you're gonna get broken out of your power a lot. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna walk into survivors when you don't mean to. Sorry about that. And get broken out of your power more frequently than you would like. But as you kind of go through and learn the mechanics and figure everything out, you'll get better with it. So I kind of wanted to focus on the hit and run play style, and that's kind of what I got here. It's a good start. So we have Sloppy Butcher. It's a basic perk. It's like every killer starts with it. It's not a teachable on anybody, so it's pretty easy to get on anyone. And it's a very simple perk, so anytime you hit a survivor with a basic attack, they get the hemorrhage and mango status effect, which makes them bleed more, and increases the how long the mango will make it take longer for them to heal. And with the new hemorrhage status effect, sorry about the cough, throat's a little dry right now. Wish I had a water. But with the new hemorrhage status effect, they lose progress. I'm not sure how much it is per second. I forget about the numbers, but they lose a certain amount of progress. Increases the rate which healing progress is lost from hemorrhage by 25%. Yeah, I wish I knew how much it was per second. I forget the numbers on that, but it's pretty quick. Jesus. Basically, it works like Ruin for healing. Next up, we got Barbecue and Chili. A deep bond with the entity unlocks potential at one's aura reading ability. After hooking survivor, All other survivors' auras are revealed to you for 4 seconds when they are further than 40 meters from the hook. So you hook a survivor, you gain a token for each one that you hook. And each time that you hook them, you see everyone else that's 40 or more meters away. And then each time, also you get a 25% bonus for each person that you hook, up to a maximum of 100% on your blood points. That's pretty good. With the event going on right now, you should hit 1,000,000 blood points in no time, and you can really rank up and get new perks unlocked on him. Next up, we got Save the Best for Last. This one is a little bit more nuanced. So each time you hit a survivor, they get a speed boost, and you go through an animation of a cooldown, which works. Works like a cooldown, and it takes you a minute before you can actually do anything and actually catch up to the survivor with this. Once you get about 5 or 6 tokens of this, it makes the animation go really quick, and you can actually catch up to the survivors pretty quickly and get downs pretty quickly. But hitting your obsession, which is the survivor with the tentacles around the name, will cause you to lose 2 tokens, and you can no longer gain tokens if the obsession is sacrificed or killed. And of course, you can only be obsessed with 1 survivor at a time. This is good for the hit and run play style. Just don't hit your obsession, and you'll be alright. And of course, last but not least, we got Nurse's Calling. Pairs well with Sloppy Butcher. Unlocks the potential of one's aura reading ability. The aura of survivors who are healing or being healed are revealed to you when they are within a 28-meter range. So you use your power, you got no terror radius, and you can pretty much sneak up on anybody who's healing, and get downs pretty quickly, or use your stock. It's a good practice. This is a good practice to practice on stalking and getting the stock down, from learning how far you can stalk and how far away. It's a neat little perk on GHOSTFACE. Can either be crippling for people that really know how to use it, or it can be a good little tool for new players to kind of help you gauge your stock. Kind of helps you learn the stock mechanics a little bit. And for add-ons, we got Wall-Eye's Matchbook. So decreases night shot recovery time by 6 seconds. Cooldown on your power goes by 6 seconds quicker. And Kink Straps, Night Shroud remains active after a failed basic attack. If you're new, you're gonna hit survivors a lot. You're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna have rough games. That's gonna happen if you're a new player. Don't get discouraged. Keep practicing. Keep trying. And once you get this killer down, he will be an absolute he's an absolute handful to deal with. And with this, each time you miss an attack, you still keep your power, so it isn't as crippling, because when you miss a lot and you constantly lose your ability from that, it can be really crippling, especially for a new player. So that just kind of gives you a little leeway to make mistakes and still be in a position to make things happen. But that's gonna do it for the pre. Enjoy the first montage, and I'll see you guys for the next build. We have Whispers. Once again, pretty simple perk. Any survivor that's in 32 meters from you, this perk will light up. You'll hear like little whispering noises that will let you know that they're there. And once you kind of figure out how the range works and the 32 meter range works, this is one of his best perks. And much like Sloppy Butcher, it's a basic perk. It's a base perk. It's not a teachable. You don't have to get any other killer to get it. So you pretty much start out with this anyway. If you bought Ghostface, didn't buy any other killer, and just ran with the perks that they gave you, this would be one of the first perks you get, and it's still easily one of his best. Barbecue and chili, talked about that in the last one. For a 4-second, each survivor you hook, you gain a token. For 4 seconds, you can see everyone that's further than 40 meters from that hook, and you gain a stackable bonus in up to 25% up to 100 on your blood points. So that's kind of why we're running that. And Sloppy Butcher, we talked about that in the last one too. It increases anytime you hit a survivor with a basic attack, they get the hemorrhage and mangled status effect, which makes the healing longer for mangled and for hemorrhage whenever now they bleed more, and whenever you interrupt them from healing, they will lose progress. Once again, I forget how much time per second it was, and Thrilling Tremors, this is a base Ghostface perk. It comes with him, and anytime you pick up a survivor that you downed, all generators that are not being repaired will be blocked for 16 seconds. That's very useful. A lot of people say don't run this and this together because they basically do the same thing. It lets you know where survivors are working on gens. I strongly disagree with that. This will let you know who's working on gens, and this will let you know who's doing other things. I like running both. I don't care what anyone says. And I'm running the same add-ons as the last game. I just feel getting your power back quicker and not losing your power for missing is good for a beginner. That being said, enjoy build number 2, guys. pop goes the weasel. Another pretty simple perk. Anytime you hook a survivor, you get the ability to kick a gen that will lose 25% of its progress instantly, but you have to do that within 45 seconds. And we have brutal strength. Another simple perk. Great strength allows you to destroy drop pallets, breakable walls. The generator is 20% faster. Whispers, we talked about this in this one. In the previous one, I mean. There will be, whenever a survivor's in 32 meters, this perk will light up. You'll hear little whispering sounds. Once you learn how the range works, this perk is deadly on Ghostface. And Thanophobia. So for any survivor that is injured, everybody receives a speed bonus to repairing, sabotaging, and cleansing. It used to be for healing too. That perk, this used to make this perk deadly, paired with sloppy. I could see it still being pretty nasty with paired with sloppy now, especially with the new hemorrhage status effect. But anyway, so just to give you something that's a little slowed down, more slowed down. And for this one, I'm running Olsen's Wallet. That pairs great with brutal strength and pop goes the weasel. These three kind of go together, and you instantly get your power back anytime you break something. So anytime you break a wall or a pallet, you instantly get your power back. And when you don't have nothing to break, I'm running Wall Eyes Matchbook again to just passively get your power back 6 seconds quicker. So anytime you can get your power back quicker, Ghostface is huge because he relies on his stuff. But enjoy the montage, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, I'm out.
Oh! Oh! Hey! Yeah! Hey!